Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our TGIF edition. And so, happy Friday to you. It's good to see you here. And we're going to wait just a few moments. I'm going to just chitter chatter away while everybody comes in. And so, come on in, get on in here. Let's chat. I have my coffee and it's homebrewed coffee. Yay! I'm so happy about that. Oh my goodness. Happy Friday to you, Catherine. Hey, Naomi. Happy Friday to you. Good to see you both. Let's get some more people in here. Good morning. Let's get some more people in here and let's have a chat, a Friday chat. TGIF. It's Friday. That means tomorrow is Saturday, which is exciting because for a lot of us, Saturday means a day to do all the chores in the house, right? You get to do your laundry because you worked all week. You get to, clean your bathrooms, mop your floors. Isn't that fun? Isn't that what we live for the weekend? Yes. No, it's not. We live to crochet, and so I hope that you get a lot of crocheting done this weekend. Naomi has her coffee. Yay, good for you. Good for you. Catherine, do you have your coffee or tea? I know you like tea. Do you have tea this morning? My coffee is so good this morning. My husband got it together last night for me in the coffee pot, and all I had to do is hit that button. Oh, good for you, Catherine. You have a house cleaner. Good for you. So you have lots of time to crochet and to rock on, right? On the weekends. Good for you. Yay. That's awesome. You're going to get your tea in a bit. That's good. I'm going to drink a little more just to kind of lubricate those vocal cords because they're feeling a little scratchy this morning. As you may be able to see, I am back in Florida by the background. No nice cabin crochet background. Yes. Oh, your daughter. You're still living with her. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Wonderful. Wonderful. So you're at your daughter's house and your daughter cleans the house. Well, that's nice. Good for you. Good for you. The drive home was very good. I was really tired. Excuse me. We actually on Wednesday, we ended up not leaving that day because it just, after I did the live that morning, we were doing things. I sat down in the recliner for a second and then boom, I was out. Took me a little nap and then, once you get your nap going, it would have been so late to leave. So we ended up actually on Wednesday, we ended up going and did a pickup at Home Depot. I had ordered some knobs for the kitchen cabinets and they came in. So we picked those up and because I wanted some specific ones. And so I had ordered them a while ago, actually. It took a little bit for them to come in. And we took them to the house and put the box down, and I messaged the builder and said, don't put the knobs on yet because I want to tell you how I want them. Because there's a very specific way that I want those to be installed. And because we have some drawers and we have doors and I want them, there's a very specific way that I want them. Good morning, Tina. It's good to see you. Good morning to you. And so we did that, and then we ended up, so it was like evening, and so we ended up sitting on the porch for a bit and relaxing and just looking at the view and listening to some guinea. They're the birds, and they go all the time. They don't stop. They do not stop. And so our neighbors have them. Of course, the neighbors are like acres away, but voice and sound travels. Naomi, good morning. And I, I know you've been here. And sound travels over those mountains and over those hills and valleys and everything. And no, they're guinea fowls. Anyway, they're birds that eat. They're very good for your property, for your garden, for your land. They eat lots of bugs. They eat ticks. They eat, the worms, the hornworms that get on your tomato plants and destroy. They eat destructive bugs and bugs that you want to get rid of, like the ticks and that kind of a thing. And good morning, Robin. Good morning. It's good to see you. And they're domesticated, so you treat them like your chickens or your turkeys or whatever. You take care of them, right? You feed them. You don't have to really feed them a whole lot because they eat all the bugs and everything, and that's what they thrive on. But you make sure that they have water and that they have, some kind of food to supplement or whatever. I don't know how to take care of guinea. I don't ever intend on getting them, even though they're really good for, I would have to wear earplugs the whole time because they just go, the whole day. They never stop. I don't even know how they breathe and how they eat because they never stop making that noise. And I guess after a while, you tune it out. Maybe, right? Maybe. And maybe we'll get some someday because they really are supposed to be very good. But good morning, Jay. Good morning. Good to see you. And so anyway, it was so funny because we were sitting on the porch, on the veranda, the front veranda, and which everybody thinks is our back porch because we enter through the kitchen door. But anyway, we were sitting there and you could just hear it. The whole time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're those birds that I know about, that we know about, that we saw on a couple homesteader videos that we watch. And yeah, it's quite interesting. So anyway, Lisa, good morning. They're good watchdogs. Yeah, okay, good. Lisa, have you had them or do you just know about them? I may end up changing my mind, and if I do, I'm going to do a video on it. Just because I say, oh, I'll never, doesn't mean that's really true, because I'm a girl and I change my mind a lot. Of course, I know boys can change their mind too, but I'm just calling it girl thing. I am, because I'm a girl. So there you go. My coffee's in my cup and it is very good this morning. Oh my goodness, my husband loaded it last night. My mom pushed the button and it's so great. So great. So yeah. Excuse me. I still have a little bit of a cough. Lisa, you had them. And I'm assuming that they're really easy to take care of too, because they're kind of like their own boss, right? I don't know. Did you have them? Did they stay on your property? One of the homesteaders that we watched, they had them, and they ended up either getting eaten by predators or flying away. They weren't sure which, but their flock kind of dwindled down until there was none. So they didn't replenish the flock. But anyway, so guess what? Tomorrow is the first day of autumn, the first day of fall, and I'm so excited. I am so excited. I love fall. I love I think I'm shedding. I have little tickles. Oh, Naomi, the first animal when we officially move. I'm thinking chickens. I'm thinking chickens, unless I find a really good deal on goats. And I cannot wait to get my hands on some goats. And our next door neighbor, they have the fainting goats that have that autonomic autonomic response to sound and whatever, and they stiffen up, which means that they fall over. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. And yes, you're right. You're right. A goat is definitely in our future. I can't wait to get a hold of him. And so when we were sitting on the veranda, we could hear, because his goats had just had some babies, and there was one little baby goat, meh, and we could hear him over there. Yes. And so, but, I have to find the right goat. And I want to find, a Nubian that is pregnant. And that way, when she comes on the farm, on the homestead, we can have our first babies, and then she can have babies, and then we can have milk. That's the whole idea. That's how many people get started with goats. They don't just buy a goat. They get, a goat that's, pregnant. So that's kind of a normal thing. So that's the sassy sassafras. You know it, Nikki. You know it. And but I have to find the perfect one, and she has to be, pregnant and all that. So chickens may come first, but those are the first two things that I am thinking of. I want to get used to, the birds, the chickens, getting the eggs and doing all that, and then also get used to the goats. I cannot wait to see those baby goats. I can't wait. And when we were on the veranda, we could hear the baby goat, and it was so cute. I'm like, oh, that's a baby. Do you hear the baby? And my husband's like, yeah, I hear him. And okay, so the guinea will stay in your yard, but you have to watch predators. Yeah. So they sound the alarm when when a predator comes, but they don't necessarily, they're not a protector. They're a small kind of a bird. They're not really that big. They're not like a, huge turkey or emu or something. Oh my gosh. And one of the homesteaders that we watch, he has an emu named Charlie, and hatched out of an egg, and the cutest little thing. And so, yeah, we may end up getting an emu. I don't know. But my thought is initially, my thought is going to keep the animals in the same yard, in the same pen. So it'll be quite a large area. And then if we need to, move the goats around to, let them forage, then we can do that. But we can, put movable fencing and give them an area so that they can forage. But anyway, so that's the idea. But I'm real excited about that. I forgot what I was initially talking about because I got so excited about talking about sassafras. Sassafras. My family goes through a lot of eggs, and we really, part of our food security is having a lot of eggs, so that we can, so that we can always know that we have some kind of food. Meat may be scarce, depending on, let's see. Oh. Oh, Lisa, you think that the guinea are ugly? Yeah. Oh, another moderator just handled this. Okay. And that's funny. You think goats are ugly, or guinea, or chickens? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I just can't wait to get a hold of a little baby goat. And they are just so cute. And another goaty guy that we just found, and we started watching him, he actually puts a GoPro camera on his goats, like a harness around his shoulder area. And so it's so funny. Hey, Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Hey, Spring, good to see you. And so anyway, it's so cute because you can see the goats head, the back of his head, her head, and her ears are flopping, and she's running around. And you can just kind of see maybe the view that she has from the level that she's looking. It's really kind of cute. So I can't wait. We want to do some fun things with them. We want to, one of my favorite things when I watch homesteaders is to see them interact with their animals. And so that's kind of what, oh, Spring, you're working on farm chores while listening. Nice. What farm chore are you doing this morning? I want to know. And I know you're listening. Sorry. And so, I just want to share the joy of these animals, and then also, planting vegetables and fruits and all this stuff, and doing all that. But I just want to, share in the joy of it because I love it. So you may see animals all the time, which, I love it. So I'm sure that there's someone else out there that would love it too. So, but that's on my other channel, Cedarcroft, that I'll be showing those. So on this channel, it's all about crochet. Let's talk about crochet, right? Let's talk about fall, autumn, and crochet, because it feels like just yesterday. Seriously, it feels like just yesterday that I was talking about fall crochet projects. Oh, Spring, you're feeding horses, ducks, and chickens at the moment. Yay! Oh, ducks are so cute, but they're so messy. Oh my goodness. I love ducks too. And my granddaughters love ducks. My daughter-in-law loves ducks. She loves ducks, but she had never actually fed a duck until she met us. And we took her to the Great Smoky Mountains, and we took her to the river, and we gave her corn and said, here, go feed some ducks. And she was so excited. And she put she put corn in her hand, and she held it out, and then the ducks were like eating out of her hand. She said she had never done that before. So yes, but they are so messy. Oh my gosh. So messy. I don't know. Ducks are cool. Yeah, they are so cool. I love them so much. Yes. And horses, we won't ever have horses. I'm not a horse person. I'm kind of afraid of them. I love them. I think they're beautiful, but they're definitely something for someone else to take care of. Definitely not something for me to take care of. But anyway, so fall, autumn, crochet. What is on your hook? What are you doing for fall? Or have you already skipped over and you're doing all crochet for Christmas? I'm wondering. So, it's like this year has just been kind of a crazy year for us. And really, really a crazy year. And it's almost like part of it it's almost like the year didn't really happen, because that's how crazy it is. I can't even really begin to describe it. But anyway, a lot of health issues, a lot of things that, Tina, star and angel ornaments. That's what you're working on today. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Oh, Naomi's making a pumpkin. Oh my goodness. I haven't started crocheting a pumpkin yet this year. And I crochet pumpkins every year. And then I usually give them away. Although I do still have, I'm sorry for coughing. I do still have the pumpkin that I crocheted last year. And, but I packed it. So, Nikki, you did weave in the ends on Coraline? Oh, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. Good for you. Yay. So Nikki deserves a gold star. Here you go. Gold star for you because you weaved in those ends on Coraline. Aren't you so pleased with yourself? Oh my goodness. And for those of you who are new, and Nikki has an issue with weaving in ends. And so we just kind of playful banter around with each other about weaving in ends, and so it's all good. If you're new. Spring, what did you say? Let's see. Oh, you need to tat some ornaments. Oh, you do tatting too? That is a very, very interesting and complicated looking hobby to do. That is really, really nice. I love tatting, but I'm not good at it, and I'm not going to be doing it. I'm just going to admire it because it's such a really nice craft. I know, did you get the body parts sewn on? That is really nice, Nikki. Nikki shared with us some pictures of the projects that she's working on right now, and she had Coraline, and then there was, I don't remember the names of them, but I think that there were 3 dolls that you were making. They were so cute, so cute. Oh, one was a Chucky-like doll, and I can't remember the third one, but they were really, really cute. Really cute. So, last year I had started making a cornucopia, and I was going to do a tutorial on the cornucopia because there's no reason why I can't create my own cornucopia and give you a tutorial, except that I didn't, because we were busy, and then right after the weekend after Thanksgiving, Mom and I went to Tennessee and to order the cabinets, the kitchen cabinets. Isn't it crazy? It's almost a year later, and they're finally coming together. Crazy. So anyway, and then sickness fell on our house, and all 4 of us, me and my husband and my mom and dad, all 4 of us got sick. And from there, it went from bad to worse to the same bad, and then it started getting better, and it has started getting better. So for that, I'm very thankful. And so this year we've just been holding on. So I'm really excited about fall ornaments. When I think of fall, I think of crocheting acorns. I think of crocheting fall leaves. I think of crocheting hats. I always like to crochet new hats every year. I think of crocheting, let's see what else. The pumpkins, apples. When I was growing up, we would go apple picking in the fall. And so for me, yes, we had pumpkins. We did. And we also would get corn stalks that had dried up. The corn had already been taken off. They were allowed to dry in the field, and the stalks were, and then they would cut them, and we would tie a ribbon around them and have them kind of flayed out at the bottom so they would stand. And it was just really cute. It was really pretty. We would decorate with them. And of course, I grew up in the city, so we would put it in our front yard. I remember one year we did that. But the apple picking was the thing. We would do fresh apple cake. We would do applesauce, fried apples. We would do, of course, you eat the apples fresh. There was apple pie. There was an apple stack cake that was absolutely delicious, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I know that they do a very similar thing in the Appalachian area, and my grandmother and mom grew up in West Virginia, in that Appalachian area of West Virginia, and that's the only thing I can think of is that that it was handed down and over and all around, because it's just something that's really, really neat. So I'm going to share our apple stack cake recipe. And then what else? Oh, candied apples. So you would do the red hard candy apple, and then you would do the caramel apples. And it's just like apples everywhere, right? Fresh apple cider that was so cold and chilled, and it was so delicious. And so it was like all these things apple. And yes, you got the pumpkin, but it wasn't all about the pumpkin like it is now, right? We didn't have pumpkin spice lattes. We didn't have pumpkin spice coffee that you could buy on the shelf. We didn't have pumpkin spice creamer. We didn't have, pumpkin spice spam. We didn't have all that, right? It was all about the apples. So that's how I grew up. And so I still like to, crochet apples and celebrate the apple when it comes time for fall. A lot of times when I think about fall, I think about Granny Smith green apples, and I think about Golden Delicious apples, which are like a golden yellow color, along with sometimes it had a little bit of green still on it. And those apples were my favorite growing up. I love the tartness of the Granny Smith, and then I also love the sweetness of the Golden Delicious. The Golden Delicious just make a wonderful eating apple, a wonderful cooking apple, a wonderful everything apple. And, they're kind of rare to find right now. I mean, every now and then you can find them in the stores, but mostly you find the red ones or something like that. So I have gone off on a tangent on apples. Sorry. But that is my memory of fall. Oh, it was a Care Bear, Nikki. That's nice. Oh no, Lisa, your hubby came home from work sick. That's too bad. Oh my goodness. Yes, we hope that he feels better very soon. Oh no, you're in West Virginia too? Okay. The bears stole all your apples this year. Oh my goodness. And it's like, well, yes, listen, bears, they need to share, right? They need to share. They must have found your property and they said, yum, yum. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, especially when, you have all these apples and then all of a sudden you come back, a day or two later and they're half gone or they're all gone and you're like, yeah, thank you. They just didn't get that lesson in sharing, did they? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sorry that happened. I definitely am sorry. And I know that you probably feel like it's like a double-edged sword, right? You want the animals to get the food, and bears really do need they really do need the fruit and the nuts and all of that. They need that in order to survive the winter. But they could have shared an apple or two with you, right? They could have left some on the tree for you. Oh my goodness. And those bears are good at climbing too. So probably the apples at the top of the tree, they probably got it too. Let's see what else. Oh, apple butter. That's right, Spring. Oh, apple cider and apple muffins. Naomi. Oh my goodness. Jay, apple cider donuts. Oh my goodness. Hot and fresh are the best. Thank you for filling in. Oh, that just reminds me. How about apple fritters? I don't know how I forgot apple fritters. I love some apple fritters. Oh my goodness. Can't stand it. Now, there's a couple places that we go to when we're in the Smoky Mountains, and one of the places they'll give us apple fritters, but they're almost like what are they? What? Hush puppies. Thank you, babe. I'm looking at hubby over here. I'm like, tell me. He's whispering, hush puppies. Thank you. They're almost like hush puppies, and they are so good. So good. But then, and they call those apple fritters. I'm not mad at them. They can call them whatever they want. Just give them to me, right? But then there are the apple fritters they have the chunks of apples in them, and they're like, they're like a pastry size, and they're lumpy and they're bumpy and they're so good and deep fried. And, they just take a nice big scoop of that batter and put it in the oil, and they fry it up, and it is so good. And then put a little I know that they put a little glaze on it, but the glaze kind of, disappears, so you can still see the nice brown, fried up apple fritter. It's so good. That's right, Spring. The bears live there, and you're just allowed to live there too. Oh, you have 90 acres of apple trees. Did those bears eat 90 acres of apple trees? Oh my gosh. Now, that's a hungry bear, right? That is a hungry bear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, a fed bear, if they feed themselves, is a happy bear. And so you have happy bears in your area. Oh, Nikki, you love apple fritters. Me too. How did we start talking about that? Oh, because you guys, y'all, you just like egged me on with the apples, didn't you? You started giving me even more ideas about apples. I love apples. And so anyway, yes, crochet. Does anybody crochet for Thanksgiving? Do you crochet for fall? Do you decorate for fall? Or do you just like skip right to Christmas? I'm not mad about Christmas. I love Christmas. But I do love a good fall decor and having leaves and, you know, I can't wait till the leaves start changing. That changing color, that is going to be so pretty. But a lot of times that doesn't change until like the middle or end of fall. October, November. So anyway, there's lots of different ways to decorate for fall. I'm even thinking, decorative corn. Has anybody ever decorated with decorative corn where it's like all the different colors? Back in the day, we used to call it Indian corn. I don't know why. But maybe it's because it was the type of corn that the Native Americans grew. I don't know. It was kind of a decorative corn. You could use it for popping corn, but not for eating. It wasn't a good eating corn, but it sure was pretty. And gourds, I love a gourd. And I remember last year we were talking about all this same subject about what to crochet for fall. And there were gourds and there were pumpkins and I'm just trying to think of all the different things that we had talked about. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. 90 acres with random crabapple trees all over. Okay, nice, nice. And I was watching cornucopias. Yes, Nikki. Oh my gosh. And the cornucopias were just like filled with all of the different fall type vegetables and fruits and nuts, right? I'm thinking about doing on my other channel in the fall, I'm thinking about doing something with nuts. But because, nuts are underrated for protein ability and for health ability. And I just kind of want to go into that a little bit. But I want to crochet some acorns. I did not do that last year. And I just think that they're so adorable. You can even make acorn ornaments and hang them on your Christmas tree. How cute would that be? How cute would that be? So last year, my Christmas tree, and the year before, last year was really a hard year because we were just really sick. Really sick. Christmas didn't happen because that's how sick we were. And but the year before, and I think last year I did put a tree up, but it was that little tiny one. But I had given away a lot of the ornaments already. But the year before I did a Christmas tree and everything on it was crocheted, even the star on top, the ribbon that went around it, all of the ornaments, it was all crochet. Even the tree skirt was crochet. And that's kind of, what I want to do for this coming Christmas in the crochet therapy studio at the new house. I want to have, maybe a 5 foot tree. I don't know. The ceilings are really tall, but maybe a 5 foot tree. Nothing too elaborate. And maybe one of those pencil trees, like the Victorian type trees that are really skinny. And I'm talking about doing an artificial tree in there. Oh, you're going to crochet the popcorn string. You didn't do it last year. Nikki, that is so fun. I started crocheting some popcorn, but I never strung it together. And that is a labor of love. It's not hard to make the popcorn, but it's like, it's a lot. You need a lot of popcorn. And so anyway, I want to have at least, that tree in the house be all crochet ornaments. And who knows, maybe I'll do a thing where, I'll ask for crochet ornaments for that tree, and make it a friendship tree. I don't know. That might happen. Oh yeah, it didn't happen yet. I know, Nikki, because it takes time, and it's, like I said, it's not hard. It's just a labor of love where you just have to crochet each individual popcorn, and you have to have a whole lot just to go around a full-size tree, but maybe start out with enough to go around a tabletop tree. And that way, you've at least accomplished a goal, but you don't have to, and then you can keep building on it. Certainly keep building on it, make another one, and then maybe 1 year you'll have enough to go on a full-size tree. Oh, a friendship tree. I love that idea too, Naomi. I really do. I really do. That sounds really fun. So we got home yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. I woke up about, I'm gonna say about 4 o'clock in the morning, and started getting myself ready and tidying up and getting things together, and then got hubby up, and we finished doing whatever we needed to do to tidy up the cabin, and mainly because I had been filming on the dining room table, I had to clear that up. No, it's what it is, Tina. Oh, you don't know about the popcorn, the crochet popcorn. There is a pattern to crochet a popcorn, and it makes one single popped popcorn. You crochet it, and it looks like a popped popcorn, and it's really cute. So you just crochet all the individual popped popcorn, and then you string them together just like you would a regular popcorn. And if you want, you can get some red wooden beads to represent cranberries and string those in between. Now that would help, because then you wouldn't have just all popcorn, and it would help fill in the gaps, and it would help make it longer so you don't have to crochet all of those. Now if you wanted to also, you could crochet the little balls to represent the cranberries, if you wanted to go all out with that. But yeah, Nikki, I mean, we got to fill in the gaps somewhere, right, Nikki? Yes. So Tina, I will see. I know that Alice has a pattern that she found for free, and there is one. Just Google crochet popcorn ornament. Do crochet popcorn ornament or crochet popcorn string or something like that. It's not the popcorn stitch, because it makes it look like, all the little bumpy parts of a popped popcorn kernel. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. And, depending on what kind of yarn you use, if you use the really thick yarn, you'll make big popcorn kernels, but I think I used just a 4-weight yarn. And, yeah, it was really, really, really good. I made a ribbon for my tree. I had some thin 3-weight gold and white yarn. It was white yarn. It was a 3-weight, very lightweight, with gold strand running through it. And so what I did was I just did a chain, a nice long chain, and then I just did, I think either a double crochet or a half double crochet, and that was my ribbon. I think I did a half double crochet. No, I think I did a double crochet, and that was my ribbon. And, weave in your ends and then just twirl it around your tree, and it just, oh, popcorn garland. Nikki, you're so smart. Thank you, Nikki. If you search for a popcorn garland, you will find the popcorn stitch. And there was a lady that did it. She did a pattern for it, and it was super easy. Once you get going on it, and you're doing it repetitively, you remember it. But I would jot down the steps, because I think there might be just 2 rows or 3 rows. It's not very much. So my ribbon was very simple, but because of the yarn that I used, it was really pretty, and it had a sparkle to it. And, it was thin, so it just, draped around the tree really nice. Of course, I only did the 1 double crochet row because I was doing this for a 3-foot tree. So it was a really small tree. And so I didn't want anything really thick. But if you were doing this for a full-size tree, you could do a couple rows of, double crochet. And you could have, a nice wide ribbon and do the wide ribbon around your tree. Anyway, it's just like the homemade tree. How did we get talking about Christmas ornaments? I want to talk about fall. Tomorrow is the first day of fall. And how about, if we do Christmas ornaments, how about finding a pattern for a pumpkin pie slice? I know they're out there. I've seen them. And then hang that on your Christmas tree. How about finding a pattern for the acorns? How about finding a pattern for, which I showed you last year, how to do the pine cones. Hang those on your tree. Those are really cute. And it's just a little filler. Do, let me see, I'm trying to think of what else is fall that we could incorporate into our tree. Any of the fruits and vegetables of fall you can incorporate. Little tiny pumpkins. Of course, I've never seen a pumpkin on a Christmas tree before. That's kind of, we do like pumpkin pie though at Christmas and at Thanksgiving. Mostly at Christmas though, we do Christmas cookies. Oh, yes. I've crocheted Christmas cookies for the tree, Oreo cookies. Those are fun and easy, super fun. Donuts. I got into a donut kick one time, and I was crocheting donuts like mad. And they were little. They were about this big. They were like mini. They were like small donuts. They weren't the little. Well, some of them were. They weren't the little tiny minis that you buy in the pack, with 6 mini donuts. They were a little bit bigger than that, but they were fun. All different colors, all different flavors. Hey, Alice. Alice, good morning, sleepyhead. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Alice, you have missed 43 minutes of talking about fall, talking about farm animals, talking about food, and talking about apples. Oh my goodness, you'll have to go back and watch it. We were talking about fall, and I got on a kick of talking about apples, and I was like, oh, you're still sleepy? Oh, you're sleepyhead. You didn't have your coffee yet. Oh my goodness. And I was like, on Forrest Gump, where Bubba starts talking about shrimp. Well, that's kind of what I did with apples today. I like apple pie. I like apple crisp. I like apple sauce. Yes, we just talked all things apple. And then, and birds. We talked about birds, right, Catherine? That's right. Oh, how about crocheting some birds for your tree, for your Christmas tree? How about a cardinal or a blue jay? Oh my goodness, how cute would that be? So pretty. Yeah, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you. So, yeah, we just talked all things, everything. We just touched on a lot of subjects this morning, didn't we? Well, I hope that you had a good Friday. And listen, tomorrow I have it scheduled, and I have it scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's like New York, Atlanta time. I have the Crochet Christmas. Um, oh, she did a chicken. That's nice. That's nice. Of course, I love chickens. That's awesome. Um, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the next installment of the 12 Weeks of Crochet Christmas 2023 is going to be live. And so I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that it inspires you. And so I will do my best to watch it with you. We can chat while we watch it. This one is a little bit longer than the very first one, but much shorter than the second one. It's been fun visiting with you too, Spring. You enjoy that West Virginia weather. And I'm a little jealous because, well, it's not too bad here in Florida right now. It's only about 80 something. I don't know if it's going to get hotter later today. I hope it's not going to get too much hotter. But, you know, Florida likes to do its own thing. So anyway, I hope that you have a great day. And I will see you, bye Tina. I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can watch it together. And stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.